You learn that stuff by investing in yourself. There's only two ways that you can invest in yourself. If you don't got money, all you got is time, well, you better read a whole lot of free books that study those topics, right? And then you got to be really good at disregarding the stuff that doesn't work and then using the stuff that does work. The only way that you'll get really good at disregarding the stuff that doesn't work and using the stuff that does work, the only way that you'll get good at that is by putting in the work. Meaning that, let's say you got two salespeople, right? Let's say you got, or two marketers or two salespeople, right? You got one guy who does nothing but read, but he has never spoken to a client ever in his life. But he read all the books on sales and marketing. Then you got one guy who read a few books, but he has already worked with and spoken with 2,000 clients, 3,000 clients, 4,000 clients, right? The person who read fewer books and has spoken with more clients most likely will be the more talented out of the two, because the stuff that he's reading, he's actually implementing, and he's getting rid of the stuff that doesn't work, and he's keeping the stuff, he or she is keeping the stuff that does work, right? So it's simple as that. Not only do you got to learn, but you also got to put up the shots. Basically, I'm going to simplify it. Most people that's watching this show understand how basketball is played, right? And if you don't know how basketball is played, you understand the basics that you shoot a ball and it go in the basket, right? Basically, what I'm saying is you can have a person read about shooting, but they put up no shots. Or you can have a person who puts up 1,000 to 2,000 shots every single day, but they only read a few books about shooting. The person who puts up 1,000 to 2,000 shots a day and read a few books will be a better shooter than the person who only reads about shooting. Because the person who's putting up, unless it's some freak of nature, some natural, some just woke up one day and just hitting bottom of the net, just out the womb, you know what I mean? And if they both were identical in every other aspect, and one person put up 2,000 shots a day and the other person put up none but read about it, the person who putting up the shots and read less will do better, because he's going to know what works for his body, how the shot should feel off of his hand. He's going to drain more shots. He's going to tend to have a higher percentage, and if everything else was equal. You know what I mean? And then the person who read all the books going to be looking at the other person like, how is he so effortless? Like, flabbergasted, but he don't know that the person who put up the shots actually was putting up 2,000 shots a day. So I know I get off on side tangents, but basically getting back to point number one is you gotta learn and do. You gotta do both. Actually, action is actually more important than learning. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't want to take a lot of action because it's too much of emotional turmoil on you. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't take getting rejected a lot. You know what I mean? People, they got this weird thing about rejection. You know what I mean? What if this person doesn't like me? What if they don't say no? Or what if they don't do the deal? And blah, 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 yada, 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 and all that crazy stuff. All this negative. Then you talk to the person, you realize, oh, that was a cool, you know what I mean? It wasn't even that bad. You know what I mean? So first step, man, before you start really jumping into this real estate stuff or investing in general, is your first step is, how do I get to $200,000 a year, right? You can be creative. You can think outside of the box. You can have a side hustle, but that's the first thing you should be thinking, especially in today's world with inflation. Because if you're still thinking about old term money, you're going to be stuck in old terms. Meaning, people out here thinking $50,000 is a lot of money a year. That was a lot of money back when, groceries used to cost a quarter. Back when you used to be able to walk into the grocery store and get a bag of groceries and all you spent was 25 cents. $50,000 is a lot of money. You know what I mean? But now you walk in the grocery store, you spend $400-$500. $50,000 ain't a lot of money. Stuff start adding up quick.